What's up, guys? How's it going? All right, I'm getting right into it today. I'm feeling it, feeling it, feeling it, feeling it, feeling it, and about to go. All right, here we go. Three, two, one. What's up, everybody? Today I wanted to talk about something that really changed my life. I'm super pumped up for this one. And, you know, yesterday I told a story about how I, for a very long time, met my need for significance in a very destructive way. My need for significance was being met by my health. And while in order to get addicted to anything, you need to be at something needs to be at least hitting 3 out of the 6 human needs for you to be addicted to it. And the more they hit, the more addicted you are. And, obviously you need your health to be hitting on all 6 needs. However, whenever you make the same mistake I did and meet your need for significance in a very destructive way, that can be a really bad thing. So let me back up. And, I told this story yesterday. I'm not going to rehash that, but I wanted to tell a story of how I fixed this problem. And, uh, and I wanted to talk about how my life changed as a result of this. So I said yesterday how my life was very unbalanced at one point. It was all about health and only about health. And I still feel very strongly about health, obviously. But of the 6 human needs, significance has been something I always struggled with. Back whenever I was in high school, junior high, I got picked on a lot. I had a online incident where I was victimized by a sexual predator online whenever I was in high school. And as a result of that, it really took away my trust for myself. And I went from this place where I didn't feel like I was very valued, even though, I had all these good qualities about me. Um, I was not valuing myself very much. So as a result of not valuing myself, I let my physical body go, my mental health go, my spiritual health go. And that's, if we just cut all of the nonsense and drill down to the real thing, that's why I gained 100 pounds in the first place, because I didn't value myself. So I began on this journey to get healthy. One day I woke up, I had enough. I came to terms with where I was in the journey. I was like, Marty, you're fat by 100 pounds. It's like, it's time to do something. And all of a sudden, it was way more painful to stay 100 pounds overweight than it was to do something about it. So I began doing something about it, and I gained success. And then I kind of halted. I wasn't eating quite right yet. And then I started adding in nutrition to it. And then my health took off. It gained steam super, super fast. And I had these amazing results. And I felt fucking special. I felt unique. I felt like, hey, I got this whole game figured out now. And I remember that, like I talked about for a long time yesterday, I would take so much pride in how healthy I was and the people around me, my friends, my family, and just everyone around me. I couldn't understand. I couldn't fathom why they were not also as gung ho about being healthy as I was. And so I used that as in a very destructive way. I used it to feel significant over other people, better than other people. It's not something that I ever intended to do. It just happened. And the shame and guilt that came along with that after I realized what I had been doing to uh, my friends, my own wife, my own parents, and I was like, I'm using my health to tear other people down. Tony Robbins talks about there's 2 ways to have the tallest building in town. You can either build the tallest building or you can tear other people down. And I was taking the easy way at the time. So I knew things had to change. I had this big aha moment where it's like, okay, I need to start using I need to find a better way to meet my need for significance. And I'm sure personal trainers, anybody that's a fitness professional, anybody like that has kind of suffered through this same thing. And it's never something that happened intentionally, but once you catch it, you need to change it. So that once I realized that, that's what I did. So I've talked about, meeting certainty through fitness. That one's a pretty safe play, because whenever you use your fitness to meet your need for certainty, then you're going to be certain that you can handle any obstacle life throws at you from a physical level. And then variety, I choose marketing, because you never know what's going to hit. Like Marketing Siege Radio itself came about as a result of me being uncertain who I was exactly talking to at first. I was uncertain about what I wanted to do at first. I was uncertain what hook was going to hit, what story was going to hit, what offer was going to hit. Now for significance, because in the game of marketing, you don't always win. In fact, you lose a whole lot more than you win. And that, if you focus on that aspect alone, you start to feel very insignificant again. So I had to think to myself, I was like, how do I meet my need for significance in a constructive way? And all of a sudden, one day it hit me. It was like, you innovate. Tony Robbins talks about how business is just marketing and innovation. So in order to get addicted to playing the game of life in an empowering way, I got to play the game of life in a way that meets my needs in an empowering way. So I said, I'm going to innovate. So what I was going to do was I was going to try and invent something new. Notice what I said there. I was going to try to invent, and that's going to come back a little bit later. But I was trying to reinvent the wheel on so many things. I was trying to come up with the newest, best thing that no one had ever seen before. And I was going to put all these things together, come up with this strange battle plan that no one had ever seen. And I was going to do it in the shadows, because obviously I didn't want anybody else to steal my idea. And what ended up happening is I ended up grinding in obscurity for a very long time, burning out again. And before I knew it, I was trying to, the attempt was to meet my need for significance in an empowering way, but I was doing it in a destructive way yet again. But this time it was destructive to myself. So I was like, okay, what is innovation exactly? It's like, that might've been a better question to ask up front. So invention is when you come up with something brand new no one's ever seen before. But to innovate is just to marry these common concepts together. And that's when it dawned on me that I don't need to reinvent the wheel. I just need to try something new on a daily basis. Will it work? Will it not work? Who knows? There's that sense of variety that also gets hit in this, but the significance that's felt whenever you do marry up things that seemingly seem like they don't relate to each other, all of a sudden, now you have this unique and special thing. And that's exactly what it means to meet your need for significance. And in my mind, if I can help people in an empowering way, then that's meeting that need in an empowering way. So, after all these trials and tribulations that I've gone through, I've been trying to marry up these things. Like, how do you advance in life? How do you level up in life? How do you continuously grow and contribute in the most powerful ways possible? How do you become addicted to playing the game of life in such a way, and to where all these things, my knowledge of nutrition and fitness, my knowledge of marketing, and my knowledge and experience with publishing, not only in podcasting, but streaming on Twitch and all these things are not brand new concepts, but they are being married together in all these certain ways. And it's coming out to be something very special and unique. And I have a free web class coming up that I'm going to be teaching all of this in a step-by-step way. But I got to tell you something. I'm about to have to innovate on what I'm doing on this to get this web class going, because I started sending traffic to it. The landing page isn't converting. Obviously, the ad's working, so I'm about to have to innovate and, make a change, start split testing, do something, just do the one thing that's going to further the business along today by bringing in a concept that's not brand new, but seeing if it works in the context of what I'm doing. And it took me a long time to be able to do that and swallow my pride and say that maybe my first few ideas were wrong, and let's just keep plugging away and let's do the one thing today that's going to move us further along so I can help more people in a more powerful way. So remember, you're one upgrade away. All right. Pretty good. Y'all go check out that web class. All you got to do is go to gearedupinsider.com. It should direct you right there. It's going to be awesome. It's called How to 100x Your Productivity Without Burnout, Boredom, or Sacrificing Yourself. It's going to be awesome. It's happening this Thursday. Y'all check it out. Peace.